Good morning, students. Today we'll be continuing our first chapter, last topic, that was starting a business, where we have been seen last class 10 points. 10 points were there. We have been seen 5 points in the last class. So once again, I will do the revision for that before 5 points, and next I will continue from the 6. So starting a business, where we saw first basic factors for starting a business. What are the factors are there? The first one was selection of line of business. So the businessmen need to select what line of business he need to start. That one was the first point, selection of line of business. Second one is size of the firm, where he need to see what is the size of his firm according to the capital. Next, choose of firm of ownership. Okay, the ownerships need to choose the choices. Okay, what type of ownership he needs, sole proprietor, partnership, or a company, corporate society, etc., where he need to see. The other one was location of business enterprises, where location plays an important role for all the businessmen. The best location will give the result very fast. Then financing the proportions. Okay, the funds what is available with him, he need to distribute it according to the, so the fund what is available with him, he need to distribute according to the business proportion. That one we saw. Now continuation from here will be your physical facilities. Okay, physical facilities is another important role. Okay, availability of physical facilities includes machinery and equipment, building and supportive services is a very important factor to considered at the start of the business. Let it be any business, the physical facilities like your machinery. Okay, now in case I am producing the textiles. Okay, from my raw material, what type of machine needed to convert to the thread. Okay, from thread, what is the machine convertible for my textile. I need to see facilities available in my work environment. And building, what is the space required for my equipments to be arranged. That one. Then supportive services. Okay, what and all services is needed for that one. Okay, everything should be taken care of the physical facilities. See here your third image, where I have given you one school example. Okay, if a school is there, what and all facility, physical facility is to be needed. Your first one, it's the building. Building is must. School. The second one is books, libraries. Okay, that is books. If it is the school which is having playground, okay, your playground should be there, your school van should be there, your computer lab should be there, your chemical lab should be there, your canteen should be there. And other some schools now they have swimming pools. Okay, that one. Playground. Okay, sports activities, everything should be physically appeared. Okay, all these are physical appeared. Like that, even in business there should be physical facilities. Your labor should be physical. Your labors are physical example, your machines are a physical example, equipments are physical example, buildings are physical example, and services like your internet. Okay, your internet services, other things are the main factors for running a business in successful way. Okay, so physical facilities is needed. So in case I have told today to produce 100 units. Okay, let it be anything, 100 units. For that I require 10 people. So one batch, one person can produce 10 units. For 10 it will be 100. If one is not on the work on that day, okay, one employee is not there, I need to alter this one with others, or I will lose that 10 units. So physical facility is very important for every business. Next is your plant layout. See here, this shows me very clearly how my plant, okay, my industry or my company is been settled very neat and clear. So entrance gate, car parking, then laboratory, the workshop, building one, plant one, all this, okay, where I've been placed it on a systematic way. I cannot keep my car parking towards my lab building too. Okay, straight next to the entrance only. Okay, I need to keep my car parkings. Okay, I cannot keep my substation in middle of the layout here. Okay, working place I cannot keep in the entrance. Okay, so I need to schedule where what to keep. Plant layout. Once the requirement of physical facilities has been determined, the entrepreneur should draw a layout plan showing the arrangement of the facilities. So after what physical facilities where I've been arranged everything, I need to make my plant available place in a best proper way, so that I have been neatly arranged. Okay, what is neatly planned? Arranged all my physical equipments. Okay, machinery, arrangement of machinery, equipment, then manufacture of product, warehouse. Okay, how it has been going from one line to another line in my industry in a systematic way. What it is? In a systematic way. So plant layout of planning is the space. Okay, what is the space available for you? With a minimum we have to use it with maximum. What we have to do? With minimum availability of land or material, physical materials, everything, we should use maximum utilization. I need to arrange my things in such a way there. I need to run my business in a single line. How I need to run? A single line I need to run. I need not, if I need to go for car parking from my workstation or from my laboratory, I need to come for car parking. Okay, it should be nearby in a systematic way where I go from my substation. All my materials will go from my substation, go to HPA finishing, then plant, building to work, laboratory, everything. It should come in a systematic way. If you see this example here also I will give you is that food factory. Okay, videos. Okay, if it is available for me, I will, after this class I will show you that video and I will explain you how it has been taken. Okay, in there they will utilize the building places in a systematic way from one planet. Okay, from one place to another place, from one place to another place, the goods will travel in such a way. Okay, they have been planned and layout will be done in such a way where they don't waste the time or they won't miss up the activities. Okay, the manufacturing activities will not miss up there. I need to take from here till there till here. That will not happen. Your next point is competent and committed workforce. Of workers in the workforce. Okay, every workers, each and everyone should be having self competitions. Okay, I need to do work more than other person. Okay, and commitment should be there on the business where I need to develop the business, I need to work for the business. That commitment should be there. So every entrepreneurs need competent and committed workforce to perform various activity, so that physical and financial resources are converted into described output. What they're telling, see here, these three images have been taken to explain you here. Your first one is where teamwork should be there. Okay, first two images tells you teamwork. Okay, when new ideas they share, where they sit everyone together, where they get the ideas. Okay, everyone's ideas, innovations, everything they put together, they get competitive with each other. Yeah, we have to do best. And commitment for everyone it is there. Okay, where we need to do the work very neat and clear. Okay, commitment towards. And your last one is the teamwork. See, everyone is moving in one direction, how a clock is moving. This is the best example for the teamwork. When competitive and committed workforce is there, simultaneously your teamwork should be on your work environment. When teamwork is not there, a competitive and communicated work will not work out, because each one's idea will be different, each one's working environment will be different, methods will be different, everything. But when teamwork is there, you will not have that ego clashes in the work environment. You will adopt, okay fine, you will get change, that one should be there. So every business or every individual need to have competitive and committed work with along with the teamwork. When this three goes together, obviously you will get the desired output, where you will need what output you need, that one you will get. Next is your tax planning. Tax planning has become necessary these days because there are a number of taxes laws in the country, and they influence almost every aspect of the functioning of modern business. The founder of the business have to consider in advise the tax liabilities under various tax laws and its implement on business decision. See, as your income is there, okay, we need to pay tax. Okay, we need to plan our tax, how we are going to show our funds for the government. Okay, every business, okay, whatever activity is doing, he need to show the funds. Okay, open fund should be shown for the government. So here, before doing your financial statement, we will be doing some adjustments. Okay, tax planning will be taking place there also. And after doing that also, on what tax we are going to play, is how much amount, all those things will be discussed in your tax planning. So for suppose for building and land, you have land and building tax section. Okay, on that how we are going to pay the tax. On your sales you will be having sales tax, on your purchase you will be having purchase tax. Okay, all these taxes on various taxes will be available for you. Even for your missionaries you will be paying taxes. So all these funds we should be paid for tax need to be planned very carefully. Okay, services what we have taken, performance what we have done, relating to that for government how much we need to pay, everything will be planned before doing your financial statement. Next, launching the entrepreneurs. After the decision relating to above mentioned factors have been taken, the entrepreneur can go ahead with actual launching of the en- enterprises, which would mean mobilizing various resources, fulfilling necessary legal formulatives, starting the production process, and intending the sale promotion captions captions. Okay, here, after all this 9 point, he has been getting all the datas. Okay, have been taken what on all the information knowledges he need. Okay, have been collected, he have been done all the resources researches, everything is been done. After everything, he can launch the enterprise, means where he can start up the business. Okay, where he can start up the business for his performance, that is production and intentional to fulfill the necessary legal, where I can furnish. Okay, see here, these two images where I will be explaining you. See here, I've been, it is not such an easy one to point in the middle. Let it be anyone, we need to have experience, n number of experience, we need to try n number of times. So from point one, okay, from what line of business I'm going to start, where he collects the data, day 1.1 point, okay, where he do a lot of researches, at last he comes for tax planning. After that he will think, okay fine, I can start my business where I can mobilize my resources, means what and all resources is there available with me, I can put everything together and start a business with legal formalities for production and intention of a sales production where I can produce. Yeah, I can go with the business where he thinks and he start up the business to one motivation is to earn profit. Not only him, anyone, all the businessmen utilize the resources what is there with them. Okay, let it be from land, fund, machinery, raw materials, everything with a minimum what is available with them, they put into production and they get and best output. Okay, where maximum output is there, like that they plan before starting a business. Everyone need to plan the business, from where I should start, how I should start, with what I should start, for whom I should start. Okay, what all the requirement is there for my business, everything they need to see. With that, where I can do my sales. Okay, so for your plant layout, as I've been mentioned you, for your plant layout I will attach you one video link. Okay, so you can see how the plant layout is done in your big companies. So by this, your first chapter is an end for today. Okay, your first chapter is end. From tomorrow's class I will be doing revision, once again revision, and I will give you possible question answers. Okay, from this chapter, multiple choice, 1 mark, 2 mark, 4 mark, 8 marks, and practical oriented questions I will be giving you from tomorrow's class. You can keep that PDF and take a printout, not an issue. But what and all slide I'm doing explanations every day, you need to take on every day's explanation slide. Same thing is I've been converted into question and answer with possible questions for your exam. Thank you students. Have a nice day.